guys, welcome to another video. If this is your first time, my name is Haima Arena and I film about faith, lifestyle and anything in between from Shanghai-China. And in today's video, I like to talk about the business from China, procedures and things that might help you. This is based on my own personal experience because I do send things home a lot. Let's move right into it. On current economical hardship, people, especially the young ones, they are now moving towards entrepreneurship, most especially buying and selling. Most of these people like to buy things from China. I decided to make this video to lay down some procedures that might help people like that, people that want to start on a small scale or even a large scale. It will really benefit you a lot. I have some few steps that might help you a lot to know how to go about it. Number one is, first and foremost, before you start any business, before you even think of sending things from China to wherever that you are, you have to think of your market. You shouldn't just think, okay, I feel like. You feel like. When it comes to business, there's nothing like you feel like. You must be able to know your market. It's just like trying to research on something. You should know your sample size. You must know your target group. Why am I making it so academical? You can't just start a research and just give your questionnaires to like random people you meet on the street. It applies to business. It's not about you feel like. I feel like I need to sell a trolley. I feel like I need to sell ring light. I feel like I need to sell light. You should first ask yourself, who are your target market? Is it the aged? So you should be able to ask yourself all these questions. When it comes to business, there is money involved, so there's nothing like I feel like. You might end up buying the things, then later they will turn out to be white elephant just sitting in your room, always looking at you. Every morning they'll just be greeting you, good morning ma, good morning sir. And another thing too is, whenever you decide to sell something, don't sell because people are selling like it's in abundance. I don't know why people mostly make that mistake. Okay, everyone is selling, so I want to also sell some. Hey sister, it's deceptive. It might not be true. What is the evidence that people are buying that thing? If you also decide to enter into that thing and people are not buying again, get your target market. Think outside the box. You get it. Number two is to know the type of purchases you want to do. Is it a small scale or a large scale? If it is a small scale, start with 500 cedis, 200 cedis, 300 cedis. Do I want to buy in bulk, or I just want to test the waters? Then I'll proceed with the next purchases. So you should be able to ask yourself those questions as well. You get, before you even make any move of making any purchases or whatsoever. So once you know your target market, you know the type of purchases you want to make, that is either bulk or small. With the bulk purchases, it should be based on your finances. You shouldn't just kill yourself that, okay, I'm trying to get things from outside Ghana or outside wherever that I am, so I want to buy in bulk so that I don't have to make another purchases again. No. My advice is, don't do that. You might tend to run out of loss. Even if you have the money, I just feel like sometimes you should just buy in bed as the market. Because I talk to people will be like, okay, just buy. When it's come, you just holler me. People have needs. People have things that they do with their money. Someone might even give you the assurance that, okay, when the things come, just holler me. The things will get to wherever that you are and might end up giving you an excuse. You would have to find another buyer. My advice is, when you are starting a business outside Ghana, just, even if it's in Ghana, just buy in bets. Don't buy in bulk because you have the money or you have the means. Try the waters. If it goes well, then you move on to the next one. You get it? So that you won't run at a loss. And another thing too, how do you intend to go about it? There are a lot of apps there or market platforms there that people have been using to purchase their things from China. I know of 1688. I know of a few, just one or two that people have been using a lot. But just advise someone out there, if you have someone in China, you can ask the person to check, or you can even, for people that are outside China, it might be difficult to use Taobao or Pinduoduo because you would require using your bank card, either you connecting to your Alipay or your WeChat Pay. So people that are outside China, it might be difficult for you to access those services. But if you have someone that is currently in China that you trust, because this is money issue that we are talking about, if you have someone in China that you really trust, that, oh, okay, I can let this person do this for me, the person can inquiries and do the purchases for you. If you don't have anyone, I think you can use the 1688 app, which is quite good. But one thing that I realize is people make purchases and they tend to chat with the sellers in English. Let me just give you this tip. If you are chatting with those sellers, please and please and please try to type in Chinese so that they will know, speak a little bit of Chinese. That is like one trick so that you can bargain. For instance, if you are buying something in bulk, like 10 pieces of ring light, and the ring light costs like 15 kwai, total will be 150. You can chat with them in Chinese. Use your translator. Just type it in English. You can use Google Translator, Baidu, Microsoft Translator. What you need to do is type whatever you want to. You just copy and you paste. What I also do, that I can bargain with them very well. And also, there is another option of buying in bulk, like a whole lot. You can contact sellers in EU, Guangzhou. You can use all those people instead of buying it on Taobao or Pinduoduo. Mostly those people that are selling on Taobao or Pinduoduo, they are like a third party, so they also have mission to the things that they sell. But when you go directly to the production sites, it tends to be lesser. Not everything that is cheaper in China. There are some things that comparing the price, I think buying it in Africa or wherever that you are is better than buying it in China. Either buying it on Pinduoduo, Taobao, 1688, or getting to the production center. That is if you are buying in bulk. So you can have the option of, if you know someone that is in China that you trust, because this is money. I don't know why I keep hammering on this thing. Try and trust the person that, okay, the person can make the enquiries for you. But please, if you are telling the person to make enquiries, please add transportation, because transportation is not free here. Maybe the person is in Beijing, person coming to EU, the person can take bus, the person would have to take train. Next point is shipment. I think some people mostly forget about this. You can't just buy something here and think, okay, it will just catapult itself to wherever that you are. You would have to ship. Shipping is a must. I always advise people, before you make any purchase in China, compare the prices back home and here. There are some things, even though it's cheaper here, but shipping cost is not cheap. All the shipping agents are using COVID as an excuse, and they are just increasing their prices outrageously. Two types of shipment, either by air or by sea. I think most people know the advantages of these two and the disadvantages. Air is faster as compared to sea shipment. Air mostly, I think for now, it ranges from a week to 2. The price range from $13 to $17. So expensive. Shipment takes 30 to 60 days. If you need it urgently, then air shipment will be better for you. But if you think you don't have the means to do the air shipment, then go for the sea shipment. Air shipment is being charged per kg, but with sea shipment is being charged per cubic meter. Cubic meter is basically space that the box will occupy in the container. Some people can pay as low as 50 cedis depending on the size of your box. That is the advantage that sea shipment has over the air shipment. Some people will be complaining, oh, the person bought this thing in China very cheap by selling it at an expensive rate. What are you talking about? Do you know the cost of shipping? I think you have no idea. There are two types of shipment. Let me just clear this. Before I come to the shipment, let me just state this point also. If you are buying in bulk, you should be able to know how you are going to go about the whole thing. Is it like you are buying it in bets, then someone will consolidate before you, or you want to send everything out? You have to get someone here that will be helping you out with the whole process. For instance, if you buy things that are in varieties and you don't want to ship all at once, you would have to get someone here that will be helping you out with the process. Someone should be here that you can buy and be shipping to the person's address. So when you are finally done, the person consolidates everything to shipping agent here in China. Shipment within China too is not something that is a joke. It's also expensive. So the person adding the shipment cost within China, if the person is consolidating his or her product, when the person is finally ready to send the things to his or her agent, like international agents, saying there is a local shipment and international shipment. The local shipment cost is within China, and the international one is when you are sending it to the country of destination. The person is Beijing and the person is sending the goods to Guangzhou. The person would have to pay for local shipments. Whenever that you are considering buying anything or starting a business in China, you must consider all these things. You must consider the shipping cost, which includes the local shipment, the international shipment cost. Whenever you want to start a business from outside China, you should be able to consider all these facts. Maybe there are other factors that might pop up which you didn't plan, but these are the major ones that I wanted to talk about. You should consider all these factors because they are very, very important. That is it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for coming back, and please don't forget to like, to subscribe, and to comment. And for those that are starting business, don't give up on keeping on, because there will come a time that it will blow. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video. Ciao.